So I want to talk about Harley again. And this is, to me, this is their problem. This is the crux of their whole problem. My friend Tony and I went to, I'll just tell you, we went to Toad Suck Harley. It's up in Conway. Went there. If I were to gauge how likely we were to buy something today, I'd say it's about 80%. Honestly, we were both really kind of ready to go in there and get something. He's looking for a new touring bike, so he was looking at the Electric Glide Standards. I'm the opposite. I've got a nice touring bike. I was looking for something a little more fun. And we were standing around looking at bikes, and I just happened to see an Iron 1200, which I don't like Sportsters. I never have. But something about this one, I just kind of thought, hey, that's a pretty cool looking bike. It's a black denim, so it's that flat black, and then it's got the green 70s logo on it. It was a really good looking little bike. And I thought, I got on the website for Harley, an Iron 1200 is $9,999. I said, hey, for $10,000, I've got something I was wanting to trade for it, and I was like, I could probably do that and get out of here with a new bike and a very similar payment probably to what I've got right now. And I liked the way that bike looked. And this is silly, but I liked that it was green because it would match my other Harley, right? So I just thought that might be neat. And then Tony also looked at the he looked at the Electric Glide Standards and he liked them. Kind of wanted one. So we were both talking to the salesman about it. Said, hey, let's put some numbers together. And I asked the guy how much that Sportster was. And he said, well, I'm not real sure. I don't really know what it is. But, I don't know. We can work something. Yeah, but what I need to know. He was like, you want to run the numbers on it? I said, run numbers, I guess, but I don't even know how much it is. Y'all haven't told me what it is. I had to ask like 2 or 3 times. And then he had to go to his manager. His manager had to get on a computer, do some research to even tell me how much this bike was. And I kept telling him, I said, I've looked on the website, it's like $10,000. I'm pretty sure that's what it is. He said, no, I don't know. I don't know about that. Manager finally comes back and says it's $12,000. And I'm like, now for for $10,000, I was willing to give that bike a legitimate shot and maybe even buy it. I was thinking about how I would be able to come back home, get my trade, get it back up there in time before they close to get this bike, because I really, really kind of liked that bike. I really kind of connected with it. But for $10,000, and I was like, something's wrong, because I know for a fact that I just looked at the website and it said Iron 1200, $9,999. And I even went back on my phone. I found the website, saw because the salesman was like, oh no, 10,000. That's for like an 883. That's not the 1200. No, the 1200 is going to be more. And I thought, that doesn't sound right either. I've seen Sportsters just a year or two old go for $4,000 before. Shit. So I went online and found it, and Iron 1200, $9,999. And I showed it to the salesman. I said, well, right here it says 1200s or $10,000, like I said. He said, oh, no, we don't sell anything at MSRP. He said, we don't do that. This bike is $12,000. Or it might have even been $12,400. And I was like, so what? You're telling me that you want $2,400 extra for this bike over MSRP? And he was like, yeah, that's just how it is, man. We just sell these bikes. And I said, well, I don't know, dude. I'm going to have to think about it, which is code for, no, I'm not buying your bike. I'm going to go home as soon as Tony's done with his business. And so Tony test rides the bike. He likes it. He wants to get this Electric Glide Standard. and they run the numbers for him, even do a credit app. I mean, he really was legitimately ready to buy today. He might have been, if I was 80%, he might have even been 90. He really wanted to buy something today. So the Electra Glide standard, I think, is 18.9, something around there. But 18 something, I think. I'm pretty sure that's what an Electra Glide standard is. He had him run his credit. He did all the paperwork to say, hey, yeah, I want this bike. Let's talk numbers for real. They came back and wanted $21,000 for it, 21 and some change. So they wanted $3,000 over MSRP for him. What in the hell are they smoking? So they wanted $2,000 more for mine and $3,000 more for his. And again, we brought up, I said, I thought this I told him it was the same thing. I said, I think the Electra Glide standards were like 18 something. I didn't know they were that expensive. He said, hey, it's MSRP and we just don't sell anything for MSRP. He said, nobody does. He said, you're not going to find either of these bikes, the Sportster or the Electra Glide, you're not going to find either of them for MSRP. Nobody's going to do that. And I told him, because that was like the third or fourth time he'd mentioned that, I told him, I said, well, I don't buy anything over MSRP. Honestly, I don't like buying anything at MSRP. I try to buy things when they're on sale, especially if it's like a leftover bike or something like that. You can get a better deal on it. And he was just like, I don't know. But what really got me was the salesman. He kept poking me and he'd say, hey, man, go in there and make an offer on that Sportster, man. You just don't know what they're going to say. You never know. And I was like, well, what do you mean make an offer? You've already told me you're not going to sell it for MSRP. So what kind of offer are you wanting me to go in there with? Go down to 1,000 over MSRP? That's still shitty. That's still a fucking stupid deal. I'm not going to do it. Why in the world would I pay over MSRP? And I understand that if there's people out there buying bikes from Totes Up Harley for $2,000 and $3,000 over MSRP, hey, good on Totes Up for doing that because they're making more money. But boy, the people that are doing it, y'all are some dumb sons of bitches. That's some stupid shit going in there and paying over MSRP for a fucking Harley. They're not worth that shit. They want you to think they are. They're not. Go to a fucking used bike dealership somewhere else, somewhere that you ain't got to go to no buy here, pay here kind of thing. But you can go to some used bike places. Dude, you can find Harleys all day for regular ass prices that are not just straight up gouging you like that. I told Tony, I said, I might buy Harley again. I might own another Harley someday or a second Harley someday, but I'll never buy a new one. I will never buy new. And I don't care if that means the company goes under or not. I don't give a shit. That is stupid as hell that your dealers, right now when Harley is hurting so bad for sales, that your dealerships are out there literally telling people we're not going to sell you anything for MSRP and good luck trying to find one that will. What? Last I heard, Harley was up shit creek without a paddle. You know what I mean? You are in no place to act so hard-ass with a customer like that. Even if I hadn't bought the Sportster, I still was going to at least buy a t-shirt because I don't really know why. But we were just out having fun today, and I thought that I would splurge and get a t-shirt. I didn't even get a t-shirt from him after that. The way that he acted and was just like, and the guy was nice. It's not like he was rude. It's not that he was a bad salesman or that he pissed us off. It was just that that's the policy of the dealership. They're just not going to sell anything in MSRP. That is absolute horseshit, and that is exactly why Harley is not selling bikes right now. I can't believe that there's dealerships out there right now trying to tell people that you got to pay $3,000. The whole purpose of the Electra Glide standard, the whole fucking purpose of it is so that they have an entry-level touring bike that normal people can get into without spending $23,000, $24,000, $25,000 or $6,000. That's the whole point of it. That's the whole reason they came out with the damn thing. Was so that they wouldn't have to buy a street glide or a road glide for $23,000 or $22,000. That's the whole reason, right? Why else would you take the fucking radio out of it? Why else were you taking the heel toe shifters off of it? Why else did you take the top case off of it and put cheap lights all the way around on it? Why did you make a bike that fucking cheap? If not to give it a lower MSRP to get new people into your brand, into your sport, into your dealerships. Why? Why would you then take this bike that you made specifically to be entry level and then add $3,000 to it? That's horse shit. And the people that work at Toad Suck and the people that own Rock City also, because they're the same company, y'all need to be thinking about that shit. I can't believe you're out there trying to sell shit for over MSRP. Like I said, the reason I haven't even bought, I've been looking at Africa Twins for about a month, and the only reason I haven't bought one yet is because all the dealerships around here that have one that I want are selling them at full MSRP, and I don't even do that. I don't really even like to pay MSRP. But I'll be damned if I'm going to pay over MSRP on a bike. Especially a fucking Sportster. Are you serious? Holy shit. So they lost 2 sales today. Harley lost 2 sales today. And they really kind of lost me. I've always been on the fence with Harley as to whether or not I liked them or not. I like the bikes. Don't really like the company because of shit like this. My buddy really, he just seems to love, Tony, loves Harley. I don't know, I mean, stuff like this is going to test him. You're pushing him away with shit like that. What are you thinking? You can't afford to do that right now. You really can't. Your financials are in the shitter. I can't believe they did that. To you guys, if you see it, like I said, the guy was nice. It's not that anything bad happened. It's just, if that's your policy that you're not going to sell anything at MSRP, I'm sorry, you can go fuck yourself. I'm not going to pay for that. And I don't know a whole lot of people that will. The only people that are going to do that is die-hard Harley people. And it would be another thing if these bikes were just brand fucking new, just come out. It's a Sportster and Electric Glide Standard. Both of those are old models. The Sportster especially is fucking ancient. And not only that, but like your product launch was months ago. Your 21 line launch was months ago. These are not hot off the press bikes. They're not the new hotness like the Pan Am is. These are old ass bikes that you should at least be selling for MSRP. I can't believe the stupidity in that. That you're going to act like you're going to act like the Iron 1200 deserves a $12,400 price. That's what you think? You're sorely mistaken. And your company's financial statements reflect that. I'm sorry, that's stupid as hell. I gotta get up. I'm gonna keep. Holy shit, I can't even talk. I gotta get off of here before I get on a huge rant. Bye.